So, about them panthers and such. Now, I don't claim to be a wildlife expert or a biologist or any such thing. I'm just a hillbilly who grew up in these hills, back when the old-timers who built this place were still roaming Earth with us. I loved hearing their tales, especially the ones about plot hounds and panthers, and my Dee Dee and them loved to tell them. Stories like the last episode where Queen the plot hound saved my grandmother and my mother, just an infant, from being eaten by a panther. Granny told me when she was a girl, her job was rounding up cattle of an evening. Sometimes she'd hear them old panthers scream, and she'd be terrified getting back home. My Dee Dee told me about the time he and his youngest brother Lex were out getting up wood when a panther let out a scream nearby. He said, Lex wanted to run, but I told him no. That's just what it wants us to do, separate. You've got a double-bit axe, and I've got this go-devil. We'll stand back to back, and we'll walk out slow. And that's just what they did. They told two different cats, a yellow one and a black one. They called them both panthers. Claimed the black ones were meaner, but either one would go after a human, especially if there was a nursing baby or somebody bedridden in the house. They said those cats could smell weakness, knew easy prey when they found it. Fast forward to the year 2000, I was a young deputy in Towns County. We'd often get called out to the same place, the home of 4 elderly sisters. They'd get lonely and call 911, and by the time we got out there, they'd forget why and just start a conversation. Usually the new guys got that call, so I'd been out there several times myself. This night seemed no different. I pulled into the familiar driveway, got out, climbed the porch, knocked on the door. I expected the usual, but this time there were 3 sisters peeking through that cracked door with frightened looks on their faces. Their other sister was bedridden. All at once they were shouting that something was trying to get in on her, clawing at the window. I could barely keep up. That's when I heard it. The unmistakable sound I'd only ever imagined from childhood tales. It did sound like a woman screaming, a blood-curdling scream, like somebody being murdered. It made the hair on my neck stand up. I immediately wished I hadn't left my flashlight and shotgun in the patrol car 10 yards away on the same side the panther just screamed from. As calm as I could, I told those sisters, lock the door. Don't open it unless you hear my voice. I wasn't about to let them pull what Nanny had. I stepped off that porch, pistol in hand, planning to run to my car. Just then it screamed again, but this time from across the highway, thank God. Now's my chance. I made a dash, jumped in, backed into the road, and turned my headlights toward that last scream. First I saw the pasture, the fence, the barn, the horse. It was spooked and running hard. And out at the far side, a cat. Big as a hound dog, long tail, dark in the night, eyes glowing. I expected it to run, but it didn't. It was intent on that horse. I radioed Deputy Peppers and asked him to head that way. Told him it wasn't an emergency. I just wanted him to see it. While I waited for him, the cat paced that far fence, back and forth. The pasture was triangle-shaped, and the horse would run from the barn to the corner, while that cat was stalking just out of reach of my shotgun. It wanted that horse, and the horse knew it. When old Peppers pulled up all cheerful, he hopped out and said, "What you got?" About that time, that cat screamed again. He literally jumped 6 inches and shouted, "What in the hell was that?" I shined the light and showed him, a big old cat. I told him I wanted a witness so folks wouldn't think I'd gone crazy. He was happy to be one. We'd called the property owner, and he showed up with a trailer, and the horse was loaded and hauled off. That cat gave up without its meal. Later, the game warden called me. He'd been out of town. So, man, if you ever get a chance, get me a picture. Georgia swears we don't have them, but I know better. Too many people tell me otherwise. I told him if I'd had a rifle, I'd have got him more than a picture. I reckon the sheriff's got a duty to protect a man's livestock. So maybe panther isn't the scientific word for it. But one thing's for sure. There'd been big cats in these hills, big enough to stalk a horse, even while 2 deputies stood there with flashlights for a half an hour. Heard about them my whole life. Never met one face to face until that night. But I won't ever forget it.